Criminals do crimes with criminals. I've never been a criminal. You understand what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
So now, if you're looking to answer something about Puff, Puff ain't the Puff. Puff had different phases of his life that y'all don't understand. And let's get down to the nitty-gritty of it. You understand?
For years, rumors swirled about Diddy's secret parties, but no one had ever seen them until now. The massive leak has finally pulled back the curtain, giving the world its first real look inside Diddy's notorious gatherings. This isn't just another celebrity party leak, said one Hollywood insider. What we're seeing here is something much bigger. The footage reveals the wild energy of these parties, but there's something unsettling about it. It's clear these weren't just regular social events for Hollywood's elite. There's an atmosphere of mystery, power, and control that raises serious questions.
Now, Combs did not do this all on his own. As I mentioned, Combs has been charged with RICO conspiracy. He used his business and employees of that business and other close associates to get his way. Those individuals allegedly included high-ranking supervisors in the business, personal assistants, security staff, and household staff. The indictment alleges that those individuals facilitated the freak-offs. They booked the hotel rooms and stocked them with the supplies, including baby oil, personal lubricant, extra linens, and lighting. When the hotel rooms got damaged, they helped clean it up. They arranged for victims and commercial sex workers to travel for the freak-offs, and they delivered large quantities of cash.
The footage, which is already circulating on social media, has left many viewers shocked. What they expected to see were extravagant, fun-filled parties, but what they got was something entirely different. The atmosphere feels oddly structured, as if there's more happening beneath the surface. As one person who reviewed the footage said, "It's not just what you see, it's what you don't see that makes you wonder." As this leak spreads, more people are asking what was really going on at these events, and why the footage was kept hidden for so long. Exclusive look at Diddy's infamous gatherings.
You understand? And that's what happened to him. He started doing the things to other people that was done to him. To keep it frank, he was doing the things to other people that was done to him. And it is what it is. You gotta know better. And if you know better, you will do better. When he was in New York City, he was like that Gecko from the Geico commercial. Then he turned and started going, when he lived in Cali and Miami, he turned into Godzilla. I would see him talk about how he using drugs. He was never like that. Smoking cigarettes, smoking weed and everything like that. He turned into something that you could consider a monster, bro. Then he started doing things to people, you understand, that he learned. That's a learned behavior, bro. Now, I'm not saying that he may have been doing a couple of things here and there with women, stuff like that in New York, but the things that there's talking about that he was doing, bringing in prostitutes to have with his girl and all that stuff like that, that was some crazy stuff to me, man. So I'm just looking at this whole thing, man, and you had asked me, and we don't have these conversations like most people do. We gonna go back and you gonna tell me what, we gonna talk about this. You said, I'ma ask you how you feel, bro. I don't want no man to ever go to jail and be leaving their kids behind, be leaving their family behind. You understand? But some dudes belong in jail based on what they do and how they do it. We know that to be true.
The leaked footage provides an exclusive, behind-the-scenes look at Diddy's infamous parties, and it's nothing like what people imagined. We knew these parties were big, but seeing it like this is a different story, said an industry insider. The gatherings were lavish, filled with the biggest names in Hollywood, but there's a strange, almost orchestrated feel to it. The decor is over the top, the music pulsating, but there's an underlying tension that can't be ignored. The footage shows people laughing and dancing, but there are moments where things feel far too controlled for a casual party.
That a lot of people have been speaking out since the arrest and indictment of Sean Diddy Combs on federal sex racketeering charges. But now that includes the woman behind a lawsuit against his son, Christian Combs. So Sean Combs was indicted in federal court last week. He's going to be going up against the formidable prosecutors of the Southern District of New York. And until then, he's locked up at what's called the MDC, the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn, New York. And this is a jail which has housed other celebrity inmates at times. It's been plagued with issues like unsanitary conditions, fights between inmates. There's a status conference for his case scheduled for October 10th. But as Combs now faces these criminal charges, there is a separate legal team that is dealing with the multiple civil lawsuits that are pending against him. And one of those complaints was filed by a woman named Grace O'Markey. So O'Markey was apparently a steward working aboard a yacht that was rented by Sean Combs in December of 2022 for a holiday celebration with his family, when she claims she was sexually assaulted by Christian Combs. And within weeks of Sean Combs' homes being raided back in March by federal agents, O'Markey filed a civil complaint against Christian and named his father, Sean Combs, in the suit as well for allegedly facilitating this to occur.
A defendant in the criminal case, it certainly does add to context. And so now I could see now on the defense side them wanting to do something akin to a bill of particulars where they want to get more information from how actually the prosecution intends to prove this case, because they've left it so open that pretty much any of those bad acts could.
And so you're kind of laying the groundwork for how possibly Grace O'Markey could testify in a federal case, but there's a lot of things that need to happen before that. So I want to talk a little bit more about this. So we have Christian King Combs, 26-year-old model rapper, third oldest son of Sean Combs, who's one of three children that Combs shares with the late model Kim Porter. She died in 2018. And we go back to the raids that happened in Los Angeles and Miami back in March. Combs' sons, specifically in LA, Christian and Justin, they were handcuffed and they were led out of the home as investigators from Homeland Security went in to collect the evidence. 30-year-old Justin is Combs' oldest biological son, who he had with a fashion designer named Misa Hilton. And Justin's mother shared a video from the Los Angeles raid on her Instagram page, and the footage, which appears to come from security cameras around the home, has been edited and sped up in places. And she writes, quote, "The overzealous and overtly militarized force used against my sons Justin and Christian is deplorable. If these were the sons of a non-black celebrity, they would not have been handled with the same aggression." Christian, by the way, celebrated his birthday 1 week after the raids, posting photos of his lavish celebrations on his Instagram story. And he also posted this to his story: "Stop with the blue cap emoji." Cap is slang for lying.
In the video, you can see how tightly run these events were, with Diddy seemingly overseeing everything. It wasn't just about fun. There was an unspoken code, a clear separation between those who were in the know and those who were just guests. The exclusivity wasn't just about keeping things private, a source said. It was about creating a place where only certain people knew the real game. This footage is raising eyebrows, as it's clear there was more at stake during these events than just partying. A-list celebrities involved. One of the most jaw-dropping aspects of the leaked footage is the number of A-list celebrities who attended these events. This isn't just a gathering of minor stars, said a Hollywood reporter. We're talking about some of the biggest names in the entertainment world. Famous faces, actors, musicians, and influencers are all seen in the footage, enjoying the party. But now their involvement is being scrutinized. Were they just there for a good time? Or did they know more about what was really happening behind the scenes?
But from music mogul to an inmate, Sean Diddy Combs is denied bail on charges of trafficking and racketeering.
TMZ has been following this case for months now, and Charles Lati-Baudier is joining us to dive deeper into what is happening. Charles, I mean, shocking is an understatement when you hear the details of this case. What are your thoughts after hearing the indictment yesterday?
Good morning, Brian and Natalie. I got to tell you, my thoughts reading the 14-page indictment yesterday were that there are a lot of people in Hollywood who are probably worried about which Diddy parties they were at and what was going on. That's not to say that they were necessarily even involved in any of the things that are alleged by the U.S. Attorney's Office. But if you're at that party and it turns out that that's when he set up one of these freak-off parties, or that it was going on in another room and you didn't know about it, there's a good chance that you're going to be called by the U.S. Attorney's Office. And certainly if you were involved, you would get a call because they're going to want to know everything you want to know and may even want you to be a witness. I just think, we're just starting to scratch the surface of what this case, this case is going to touch and involve. And the feds have said that this remains an open investigation. There could be more charges for Diddy. There could be more charges for other people involved. And usually the way this works is once they find out other people are involved or were witnesses, they bring them in and they sort of lean on them, and it's sort of like, you're going to cooperate with us, or there's a possibility that you could face charges. So this is going to be a slow developing a case here because we're just getting started, and I don't see how this trial begins anytime before next year.
Yeah, that's crazy. But the feds, they also revealed that they got photos and videos of Diddy Freakos.
When they did that raid, you understand? What they did was, prior to the raid, they reviewed that civil lawsuit. And that civil lawsuit told, Cassie's civil lawsuit was LeRod had already did it. LeRod hadn't did his yet, did he? Did LeRod do his lawsuit before the raid or after the raid?
Oh, before.
Yeah, so what they did was they reviewed both of those civil lawsuits and found that there was some criminal activity in those lawsuits. We spoke that on Art of Dialogue. We spoke about that on your show. I said if they really wanted him, all they had to do was review those civil lawsuits. And once they find the criminal activity in those, they could bring him in. Now, did the Federal Bureau of Investigation in Miami do it? No, they didn't. Did California do it? No, they did not. The Southern District of New York, they took it upon themselves and put on that raid and everything based on the information they found in Cassie lawsuit and the information they found in Little Rod lawsuit. But all this is bigger than Diddy. It's bigger than Diddy, bro. Cause you know who else they was doing investigation on during that whole time period? It was the mayor and the politicians in New York City.
The new photo, Ben yesterday looking angry, arriving to his LA office where he met up with J-Lo. TMZ caught her arriving along with celeb divorce attorney Laura Wasser, who handled Ben's split from Jennifer Garner. A source tells ET Ben and Jen have been having, quote, a hard time with their split and are trying to move forward in the most respectful way possible.
It was a very vulnerable place to be.
10 days ago, the estranged couple reunited in LA with their kids. We're told they formed special bonds with each other's children and, quote, want those relationships to stay strong. They want to set a positive example. The split has also, quote, been more complicated than it appears on the surface.
But what kind of deal do you think he'll be offered? Because he got to have some kind of information, right, to get a deal, right? He got to tell on somebody.
He'll take anything to give him less time, bro. You got to realize he not going to get less than 15 unless he give up somebody. It got to be something they really, really want from him, bro. He had to have somebody they really, really want. Because they're not going to blow this case like that. It's crazy because if you look at it, he has to either come to them with some information, him and his lawyers, and they have to agree to that. And he got to put something together real soon because they're not playing with him. He has to put something together real soon and say, yo, listen to me. I know this, I know that. It's way bigger than Diddy. He got to do a Nino Brown. This is way bigger than Diddy. And if you take this, I'll testify to you. I'll show you where they did it, how they did it. And I just want to be free. put me in a camp or somewhere for a few years. Because the Fed's still gonna want some time. It's very few times that even if you snitch, that you don't do no time with the Feds. No matter what the circumstances is, they gonna want some time. Wasn't you, didn't it mess with your head up when Aaron Hall said, and he said this years ago, you can ask Jodeci, you can ask Puffy how big my private is. Me and my dudes looked at each other like, what? Them niggas watching each other, huh? Is you serious? Look at the atmosphere that they in. Look what they do. So, is he capable? I believe Cassie. Who you believe? I know the girl know if she was raped or not.
So when you hear Aaron Hall make comments and say that, you know, Diddy seen how big his penis is, you're not surprised by them comments?
No, it don't surprise me at all, bro. That don't surprise me at all. You know why it don't surprise me? It's because that's how them dudes get down.
Fans of these celebrities are shocked as they see their favorite stars in situations they never imagined. It's crazy to think that these people were part of something like this, said one social media user. The footage doesn't show anything outright incriminating, but the atmosphere alone is enough to raise serious questions. As this leak spreads, some of these stars are already trying to distance themselves from the events, while others remain silent. The public wants answers, and these celebrities may soon be forced to address what really went on during Diddy's infamous parties. Unusual behavior on display. The leaked footage not only reveals the celebrities attending these gatherings, but also shows some unsettling behavior that is hard to explain. You can see the vibe shift throughout the footage. One observer noted, it goes from fun to something a bit more strange. The guests are seen engaging in behavior that seems out of place for a party. Conversations become intense, and people seem to be following unspoken rules. At times, guests appear uncomfortable or confused, adding to the sense that something more was happening beneath the surface. One section of the footage shows guests participating in strange, almost ritualistic activities that don't fit with the usual party atmosphere. You wouldn't expect to see this kind of thing at a normal gathering, said a viewer who analyzed the video. This unusual behavior has led to speculation that these events were far more organized than anyone realized. As more people dissect the footage, it's becoming clear that these parties weren't just about fun. They were about control, power, and maybe even manipulation, and disturbing rituals caught on camera. Perhaps the most chilling part of the leaked footage is the glimpse of what appeared to be strange rituals taking place. It didn't look like a normal party at all, said one insider. It felt more like some kind of initiation or ceremony. The footage shows guests forming circles, chanting, and engaging in activities that seem planned and choreographed. The atmosphere shifts from festive to eerie, and the behavior of the attendees raises serious questions about what was happening behind the scenes.
Diddy in Young Miami host a New Year celebration on his luxury yacht in St. Bart's.
What's up, my brother Fab? What's up, you pulled up? Yeah! Yeah!
Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
People who have viewed the footage are left with more questions than answers. Were these rituals a regular part of Diddy's events, or was this an isolated incident? As one observer noted, it's not what you expect to see at a Hollywood party. There's something deeper going on here. The leaked footage has left many viewers unsettled as they try to make sense of what these rituals mean and why they were happening in the first place. It's clear this footage is just scratching the surface of a much larger story. Hidden dynamics unveiled. The footage not only captures the extravagant lifestyle, but also reveals the hidden power dynamics at play during these events. "You can see who's really in control," said one viewer. Diddy is shown orchestrating the entire event, directing the flow of the night and controlling interactions between guests. It's clear that these gatherings weren't just social events, they were about influence, with Diddy holding the reins. "It's not just about having fun," said an insider. "It's about maintaining power and control."
Now, Fifth, when you continuously call Puff gay, does that affect your relationships in Hollywood?
I don't call him gay. I said,
Let me read it, Fifth.
Oh my God.
Sorry, I can no longer help you guys. Soon you will all be gay and happy. You are all now left under leadership of Puffy Daddy. Report to the nearest rainbow. Dinner Thieves in theaters January 19th.
That's why he says things. He doesn't even know what he's saying is like fruity. You know what I'm saying? Like, he says something fabulous and he goes, but me and you, we ain't party. Like, we need to party. What is he talking about? That's the kind of stuff that when people say that to me, I get a little uncomfortable. I get uncomfortable. Like he said something to me one time, a long time ago, at Chris Lighty's wedding. He told me he'd take me shopping. I looked at him like, what'd you just say? Let me move, man, before I do something. You're gonna make me mess up the wedding.
Oh, that's a nice gesture.
Let me get out of no, dude, take me. That's what a guy says to a girl.
And I'm the only one who's been vocal about this long before it actually.
Oh, nah. You've been saying this for a long time, bro. And like, people like, yo, why is he saying it like you crazy? But
I also didn't participate. I also didn't go to those parties. So a lot of the celebrity culture that you don't hear saying anything is because they participated to a degree.
But I mean, like, why you never went to those parties, bro? Like, you know, those were like the talk of the town back in the day. Like, is there like a reason why you didn't go?
I'm just not with all that freaky shit. Like all of the stuff that he's doing, I'm not into that type of stuff. I'm just a little more, maybe you could say basic or normal. You go to the 90s and Keefe D said he paid him to kill Tupac. It's a little, like, you get the craziest accusations. You had TMZ created a docuseries that went to Tubi, but the series is saying the downfall of Diddy.
But you like one of the first people to like, in entertainment, to call out these people, these crazy people, bro, and that's, you know, and we all like, we rooting for you because we know like the underdog is, like, how did that come about? Like, what makes you so special that you're able to do this?
Yeah, I don't have a support system.
The way people behave in the footage suggests that there was a strict hierarchy in place. Some guests appear more in the loop than others, and the interactions are often guided by Diddy's presence. The footage reveals that these parties were about more than just entertainment. They were a way for Diddy to solidify his position in Hollywood's elite circles. It's this unseen power structure that has many viewers rethinking what they knew about Diddy and his influence in the industry. Impact on celebrity reputations. As the footage continues to spread, it's not just Diddy's reputation that's at stake. Many of the celebrities seen in the video are now facing serious questions. This could really affect some of these stars' careers, said a Hollywood publicist. The footage shows well-known actors, musicians, and influencers in a different light, and fans are starting to wonder what their role in these events really was. People aren't just going to forget this, commented one viewer online. Some of these celebrities have built their entire careers on clean, wholesome images, and this leak could change everything. While the footage doesn't show anything explicitly incriminating, the context and behavior are enough to make people ask questions. Were these stars aware of what was really happening, or were they just there as innocent partygoers? The public wants answers, and these celebrities may soon have to address their involvement in these events. For some, this could be a career-defining moment. Diddy's control and influence. The footage leaves no doubt about who was in charge at these parties. Diddy's influence is clear from the very beginning. He wasn't just hosting, said one attendee. He was controlling every detail. Diddy is seen managing the guest list, setting the mood, and ensuring everything runs according to plan. It's not just about having fun. There's a deeper sense of control and influence that Diddy exerts over his guests. You can tell this wasn't just about partying. It was about maintaining power, an observer noted. The way Diddy interacts with the guests in the footage shows just how much influence he holds in Hollywood's elite circles. He's not just another celebrity throwing a party, he's the gatekeeper, and his gatherings are about solidifying his position at the top. The footage gives viewers a rare glimpse into the power dynamics at play, and it's clear that these events were about more than just socializing. For Diddy, these parties were a way to maintain control over his network of powerful friends and associates. Public reaction and speculation. Since the footage leaked, the public reaction reaction has been swift and intense. People are shocked, said one social media expert. No one expected to see this side of Diddy's life. Fans and the media are buzzing with speculation about what else might come to light, and the conversation is only getting louder. This isn't just a scandal, it's a major turning point, commented an industry insider. As more people view the footage, the pressure on Diddy and those involved is mounting. Online, fans are dissecting every second of the video, trying to uncover hidden details and piece together the bigger picture. Some are defending Diddy, while others are calling for more transparency. The leak has sparked a media frenzy, and it's clear that this story isn't going away anytime soon. With more questions than answers, the public is waiting to see what happens next. Will more footage be released? And what does this mean for Diddy's future? Everyone is watching closely as the fallout from this leak continues to unfold.